my name is Putri Andayani, NPM 1951142. I'm from the 3IHMC class. I'm from Batam International University. This time I will explain my final semester project about private international law. What does it mean? Conflict of law or private international law, but terms are used interchangeably, concern relation across different legal jurisdictions between persons and sometimes also companies, corporations, and other legal entities. Private international law or conflict of law is that part of the law of the state which comes into operation whenever there is a dispute before a court which contains a foreign element. Private international law. The private international law is the part of the law of every state which deal with case having a foreign element. Example, the law of the place where a transaction basically takes place or of the occurrence that have arisen to the litigation lex loci actus will often be the controlling law select when the matter is substantive but the proper law has become a more common choice. Nature and scope private international law. Private international law or conflict of law is that part of law which comes into operation whenever the court is faced with a dispute that involves a foreign element. Foreign element means any fact relevant to the issues involved in the proceeding which has a connection with the territorial unit other than the territorial unit where the court is dealing with the proceeding. Example of foreign element. Parties might be citizens of a foreign country or domicile in foreign country. Private international is the domestic law of one country. On the other hand, public international law is in its very nature universal. Bill does not give any solution, but public international law gives us a solution. Subject of private international law. Two main subjects of private international law are one, private law relation associated with foreign law, or second, private law relation burdened with a foreign element. Rule under private international law. If the court does not have jurisdiction, it will not go into the matter. If there is a foreign judgment, it is for the courts to decide whether it should be recognized and enforced. If it decides to recognize and enforce a foreign judgment. Two-step process. Court faced with a choice of law issues have a two-step process. One, the court will apply the law of the forum, ex fori, to all procedural matter, and second, it counts the factor that connect or link the legal issues to the laws of potential relevant state and applies the laws that have the greatest connection. Characteristic of private international law. This is the part of the domestic law of the state. It is applied when the dispute before a court contains a foreign element. Private international law is essentially a system of indicating choice does not lead to any final decision. Private international law are based on community, convenience, and justice. Basic principle of private international law are choice of jurisdiction, choice of law, recognition, and enforcement of foreign judgment. Two elements are fundamental in order to determine and private international law social relation. One, internationality, horizontal relation. Internationality of private international law. The law of the nationality is meaningless. The judge throws him less. based on the domicile of origin and thus determine the right of the parties by the legal system which is neither the national law nor the law of the domicile as required by the private international law, so the judgment seems to be superfluous. As horizontal private relation. One, this is private international law social relation. Germany struck an public offer of the contract by to an American company and 20,000 of cares as part of the program of the improvement of the all people's house in all the country. Germany sued the American company for breach of the contract. Discussion between private international law and public international law. Uh, Private international law is the part of the law of the state, but public international law is the law which is recognized by a different state internationality. Private international law of one country might differ